There's 5 questions you should ask yourself before you take any photograph. Great result, and yes. So we're going to be talking a little bit differently, and because, as you know, I mean, photography is a bit of an art form, and I believe that there's 5 questions that you really should ask yourself when when doing your photography. So, and I know I'm doing it again. I wasn't in a rush, but I got halfway here and I'd left my mic behind, so I quickly turned around to get it. But I do it to myself every week and I end up rushing. So let's get to my favourite place and we'll have a chat about these 5 questions you should ask yourself.
Our hearts beat to the city streets, we began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals, they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine.
I'll answer the first one. It may seem obvious, but you know, what is it that you want to photograph? Is the first question. What is it you're trying to capture? What is it that you're trying to? What is it that you want to show? And this is one of the things I think about for me. So it's like this morning. Obviously, I've been checking the weather the past couple of days. I'm up. Check the weather again. You know, been called out a few times. For me, it was yeah. We're going to do the actual sunrise this morning. Sometimes I get here and start doing a bit of things after, but I actually want to capture it today because there was quite a lot of heavy rain yesterday. So the ground's going to be is a bit wet, but it's not too bad. But checking it as well is the weather there was still quite a bit of cloud around, which is what I wanted. And just purely because you get some real nice colours and nice tones, and the dynamic range is absolutely massive. So I'm thinking, right, okay, this morning I want to actually capture the sunrise. And walking down here, I've noticed I might not actually get the actual sunrise itself, actually peek it over the horizon because I've got a load of bank of clouds over the back there. But I was then thinking, actually, do you know what? I can just hang around and wait and see what actually comes out of them clouds that are actually in front of me. Because looking at it right now, I can actually see some real nice colours. Orange, bit of red, especially over there. And then over there, some nice dark moody clouds. They're not moving very quickly, so it gives me a chance to think, move about. So I've got in my head, what is it I want to take? So let's quickly go to this first one. And I've come to my favourite place because I really do like it here. And it's a perfect place to capture this sort of thing. So I've actually stepped back probably a couple of paces to where I normally am because I want to get this bit in front with normal rocks that are leading, but I've got to actually go sort of like through the centre to the right hand third line. Horizon's on the top, that big bank of clouds. Yeah, this is going to be nice. Going to exposure bracket this one purely because the dynamic range is huge, and the bottom bit here is going to be very silhouette otherwise. Yeah, and yeah, white balance, I've put it on cloudy, even though above me it's not cloudy and there's only a bit of cloud over there, but there are reasons for that, and I did do a video on white balance. You might want to check that one out. Yep, exposure bracketed, first one in the bag. So on to the second question that you really actually going to want to ask yourself is, why do you want to photograph it? I mean, this has got to go beyond your own sort of interests and values and that sort of thing. And you're going to look more on the purpose of the photograph that it is that you're actually taking. Well, like, this is going to be obviously depend on the genre that you're doing. I mean, if you're doing like street, I mean, what is it you're trying to portray in this? I mean, are you trying to document reality or this sort of thing? And with landscape, I mean, are you trying to show the actual, the beauty that is around you, the gorgeous landscape and this sort of thing? And then we're obviously going to move on to how do you want to photograph it? And this is the technical aspect of it. So, I mean, for me, the landscape, the very first photograph I took, obviously I got the composition, how do I want to actually show? Well, I don't want, or didn't want in the first one, like silhouette. So I knew I had to exposure bracket this one. And this is the technical aspect of it. This is where you've got to think about what it is that you're actually trying to achieve. If you remember from last week, I did about visualization, and this is obviously where you're looking at what it is that you're trying to show, and then you're trying to recreate it on the back of, on your camera. But this is also the experimentation part of things as well. I mean, a lot of it trial and error and play around it, especially if you've got filters that you put on, like your ND filters and this sort of thing. And experiment, play with them, because you get some really fantastic results. And I have done in the past. Not much is happening. I'm hanging around. Patience is what you need. Patience. What we at? 6:02, 6:15. Well, it's about 6:13. I think the sunrise is, but also I got a bank of clouds over there, and I'm gonna have to wait for it to come above those. So we're probably looking at about 6:30, 7:15. I reckon. We're getting some nice colours over there now. Oh, no, it's popping through. Yeah, I could move back a bit, but I actually like it down the middle. Let's let it go a little bit further up. And let's see. Do you know what? I don't normally, but I'm going to, because I tend to normally have the aperture around about 10, 9 or 10. But I'm going to crank it up a bit. Let's just let it come up a bit more, and we'll see what happens. If it don't work, I ain't showing it. Oh well. Come on, up you come, up you come. So on to the fourth question that you really ask yourself is, what do you want to convey through your photograph? I mean, I know this relates pretty much to the second question to ask yourself. But this focuses more on the message you're trying to communicate through your images. Like I said, like a particular emotion. Are you trying to tell a story? Are you trying to highlight a social issue? Or just document the beauty that's around you? And this is going to be nice because I've got a boat coming across here. If I act quickly, same again, I'm keeping that right on that. I need to refocus very, very quickly. Like that. So normally I don't tend to, you know, tend to have a bit of time in doing what I want to do, but that was a bit of a rush getting them. It was pretty because that boat was really catching my eye. And like a pillock I did there was those that are friggin', never mind. Maybe I managed to snap a couple on the M50 as well. I'll show you that one at the end. On to the last thing is, what do you want your photograph to achieve? I mean, this question goes beyond the creation of the image itself. I mean, do you want it to educate, inspire, create social change? And I think that's one of the most important ones is, and I think why it's the last one you should actually ask yourself. What do you want it to achieve? Then 5 questions. I believe are going to help moving on to that sort of, you know, that next level of what it is that you're trying to achieve, and will help you actually improve your images overall in terms of, because your thing is, you know, photography is an art form. Whether you're doing landscape, even when you're doing weddings, it's an art form. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe. So until the next time, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, stay safe. I'll see you soon.